So we're going to go through the, today we're going to be doing the MCQs from 76 and 77. We'll look at the editing portion, then we'll go on to the comprehension part, the expository comprehension, and last but not least, we'll try and squeeze in some current affairs, just to round it off nicely. Thank you very much for your participation. If ever you get sleepy, you just need to stand up for a bit, then sit down, have a stretch. That's usually the way to keep focused in the evenings. Okay, let's work on the MCQs first. And here's what I like to do. It's really great if I give a question to each one of you. I will then ask you to tell me the correct answer. And then I'll ask you to talk about how you made that choice. You know, it's like the show Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? You have to reject choices before you choose the final one. So my experience of MCQ is that usually I go zoom in straight on, yeah, that's the one. And I tend not to look at all of the choices. But perhaps it's good to be a little bit careful because some of these questions are a bit tricky. Some of the choices are a little bit close. Sometimes it's very clear they're way off. The choice is way off. You said that is so wrong. But other times you're going to be, is it this one or this one? It could be one of those. So it's worth looking at all four choices. Okay, so I'm going to ask Sheena to do the first one. And Sheena, what is your choice for? You could read the sentence with the correct word in it. Thank you, Sheena. Go ahead.
Mrs. Tan spent a large sum of money on the ointment, but it was not effective as it did not alleviate the pain.
Okay, go ahead on your choice. How did you choose this?
I picked B because like the rest don't make sense.
Are you familiar with the meaning of all of those?
Yeah.
Okay, so can you tell me about exterminate? What does that normally mean?
Like I think it's like an insect and like you like exterminate the thing to like make it go away or something.
Yeah, it's serious killing. Okay, usually exterminate is like wipe out completely. So you're right.
The rest I forgot, but I remembered B. That's why I picked B.
Oh, okay, so you picked B because you knew it, but it's also good that you learn these other three words because they're terribly useful. So exterminate for serious killing. So you exterminate all the mosquitoes from your house. And extenuate. Do you know that one? No. Okay, so let's pull it apart. We have X, which means out of. You know, the prefix X means to come out of. And then tenuate means to go thin. Okay, so to make something thin. Okay, and that usually means to make somebody thinner or to make someone be weak. Yes, or to take the blame out of something. So you have to look at your dictionary for that. It's a very particular meaning, very specific meaning. So do take a look because although we'll talk about it in class, it always helps to follow up and write down all of these and put a sample sentence around them. If you look at a good dictionary, you should be able to find the sample sentence in the dictionary. So for example, Longman, Oxford, similar dictionaries like that will have a sample sentence so you know in which kind of situation you can use that word. And last but not least, Sheena, what about aggravate? What does it remind you of? Agra.
I don't know. The only thing that comes out of my mind when I hear that is agriculture.
Oh, nice. Okay, so that's with one G, but that's okay. So what about aggressive? You know the word aggressive?
Yeah.
Yes, okay, A-double-G. So aggressive, aggravate is to make something worse, So great, thank you, Sheena. You've got four words there. And alleviate, of course, if we pull that together, is L-E-V means light, something light. Yes. So if we know that L-E-V means light, we can kind of make something light. Yeah, so A-T-E at the end means to make something, do something. And so aggravate is to make something aggressive. Alleviate is to make something lighter. Yes. Okay. So If you have a look at these words, which have a Latin origin, it's easy to actually pull out the prefixes and suffixes and then guess the word easily. So it makes MCQ very, very easy to do. All right, so look at your list of prefixes and suffixes, and in the next few lessons, just use that list to help you. Okay, I'm going to move now to Anla. Could you please unmute yourself and take over on number 2?
My parents were taken by surprise when my siblings and I threw a party to celebrate their wedding anniversary.
Seriously, Anla, would you do this for your parents? Would you do this for them? And Lark, could you unmute yourself, please? Have you done anything like this before to celebrate, do a surprise party for your parents?
When I was younger.
Fabulous. Well, well done for doing that at least once, because I think it's always nice for your parents. So it's a consideration. Okay, so your choice is excellent. You've put taken by surprise. Have you any idea what the other 3 mean?
I am only familiar with taken in, but I do know that the answer is taken by.
Okay, take by surprise. Yeah, so you know, take by surprise. That is a phrase that we always use. Okay, so taken in. Oh, you were taken in, meaning?
You were adopted.
Yes, you were fooled. You idiot. You were taken in. You fell for my trick. Yes, so taken in is to be cheated. Yes. Taken for is to be assumed to be something, and taken with means to enjoy something. So, oh, I'm really attracted to this. Oh, I'm very taken with that color, to be attracted to. So again, and make these words your own and try and write sentences around them so that you are very familiar with all of them. You know, this is the way to get through exams, is really study the alternatives and then get to know the differences. Okay, all right, Sonara, I'm over to you now. Thank you very much, Enlak, for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
My curiosity was aroused by the large parcel someone has left on our doorstep.
Would you like that to happen to you? I think I would.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, okay, so let's have a look at the pronunciation here. We say aroused, row, ow, ow, aroused. Can you say that again, Sonara?
Aroused.
Perfect, absolutely perfect, thank you. So can you talk us through the other choices that you did not choose? Do you know the meaning of that?
First one is like action or a feeling.
Yes.
Like, and B is like feeling or emotion, like emotion. So I guess it's B, emotion.
Good. Okay.
And C is like, I don't know, C like surface.
Well, you know the word surface, don't you?
I forgot. Like,
yes.
And motivation is like reason or reason or something like no, right.
Sonara, I like the way you think, that you're thinking about thinking and feeling. That's awesome. Yeah, so also very good way of strategizing. So let's have a look at prompt. Prompt means to push somebody to do something. Yes, let me prompt you to pick up that litter, kind of thing. Arouse means to wake up. I could not arouse my younger brother. He was fast asleep. So to wake somebody up. So your curiosity was woken up. Surface means to come up, to be open in the surface. So come up to the surface like that. Oh, so your email surfaced at last in my inbox. Yeah, it means finally it arrived. And of course, motivated is to, again, push somebody in a positive way. So thank you, Sonara. You've got those words to work on and to get to know well, so you can use them in future compositions. Okay, now we're going on to Nikhil. You're on number 4, please.
All contestants in the singing competitions must abide by the rules or they will be disqualified.
Okay, talk us through your choice.
Abide.
If you don't know the meanings of the other words, it doesn't matter, but just say which words you know.
I only know abide.
You only know abide. Okay, that's fine. So let's again look at prefixes and suffixes, folks, because these are going to be dead easy for you if you learn your prefixes and suffixes. So in the first one, we've got add, AD. AD is obviously is going to be the towards something. Yeah, this is add. And then we've got a, okay, which means away from. So this is towards, and this is away from, okay, a. And com means together. Yeah. So when we do something together, that's com or con, yes. Also conform, to bring together, okay. So we know that CO at the beginning often means together, okay. And that helps. So add here means towards stick. Literally, that's what it means, okay. Just like words in other languages, English is made up of mixed words, like in Chinese, the same thing. You have you know, word combinations, and this is what we have is towards stick is what it literally means. Abide means stay, stay away, okay, or stay there, yes. And then comply means to agree to do something that is go with the rules, okay. And then we have conform, which means together, fit in what other people are doing. Okay, so if we have the knowledge of prefixes and suffixes, it makes it so much easier for us to remember the words, okay, and or to guess, okay. And you might like in your spare time to follow this game called freerice.com. Freerice.com, I'll put it in the chat. It's like a kind of game, but it's a vocabulary game. Let me just put that in the chat for you. So you can get really good at this and see how many points you can score. As you play the game, you're actually paying for rice for hungry people around the world. So it's a kind of satisfying vocabulary game. And you can get good at this if you know your prefixes and suffixes well. Okay, great. So what was I going to say? Oh, yes. So let's have a look at this question, because this is different from questions 1 to 3. That almost these words can almost fit into the sentence, but not quite. And what makes the difference is that they have prepositions after them. Okay, so it's important to, when you learn a verb, learn the prepositions that go after them. Okay, so adhere goes with to adhere to the rules. Abide, as you can see, as Nihil chose correctly, is abide by, and comply with. You can just interrupt me if you know these. And conform to. So when you learn the word, learn the preposition as well, and that will help you. Just clear those. Yeah, I haven't got my Apple Pen with me today, so you just make a note of these, please. Yay. Okay, we're back to you, Sheena, for number 5.
I'm not sure for number 5. So for number 5, when we were given the thing, option A wasn't scored. It was like engraved.
Correct. So which one is it then?
A.
A. Okay. Yeah, so I also noticed that, and I've corrected that